Our guest today is Al Gobo. Al Gobo is a certified financial planner and a partner at US Financial Services. He's had a thriving career serving as president and chairman of the board of directors of the Northern New Jersey chapter of the International Association for Financial Planning. He's also served as faculty coordinator and academic advisor of Fairleigh Dickinson University's financial planning program and served on the board of directors of Fairleigh Dickinson University's Financial Services Institute. Al's work has led to several published articles and guest appearances on CNBC, NBC, ABC, MSNBC, Fox News, Fox Business News, Bloomberg, and CNN. He's also the author of the book, Getting to the Green, Golf, Financial Planning, and Life, not necessarily in that order. And the humor and the warmth hinted at in that title is one of the reasons I invited him to speak to you today. Al was one of the first CHSS alums I met, and I was immediately struck by his humor, and although he frequently denies this, his eloquence, but also by his passion for Montclair State and our students, and the connection between the humanities and social sciences and an interesting and meaningful life. I was delighted when he accepted my invitation to become the chair of the college's advisory board, and doubly delighted to share with him with you today. It is my very great pleasure and honor to introduce to you Montclair State's own Al Gobo.
Welcome, everyone. Wow, you've made it. Congratulations. I'm sure your family, friends, acquaintances, and loved ones are extremely proud of you today, as they should be. But above all, you should be proud of yourselves. So let me start by saying this. Graduation speeches were invented largely in the belief that college students should never be released into the world until they've been properly sedated. I'll try not to disappoint you. The last time I was in this forum was some 47 years ago, as I sat right where you are today. And like some of you, first-generation American, first to go to college, worked their way through school, etc., never in a million years did I ever think I would be giving a commencement address. So when I was asked to speak at your commencement, they said they wanted someone who was attractive, intelligent, witty, and charming. That person was unavailable today. So here I am, and I am truly, truly honored. I'd like to put things in perspective. Back in 1974, we were focused on racial tensions. We were engaged in a conflict with Vietnam. Inflation was 11%. Unemployment was 5.5%. Gas prices were on the rise. We were in a recession. Interest rates were 9% to borrow money to buy a house. And we were not without political strife or issues at the White House, including name-calling. Can't think of a more controversial president than Richard Nixon, a.k.a. Tricky Dick, the only president ever to resign from office. We certainly had issues. Sound familiar? Despite all of this, I can truly say that my time here at Montclair State University was some of the best years of my life. I have so many great memories of my time here. I made so many great friends, some of which have passed, but many whom I am still in touch with today. My first concert that I attended was right there at the Panzer Gym. The group had made its second appearance in the United States right here, Black Sabbath. So here in bucolic Montclair, I watched a guy, 20 years old, by the name of Ozzy Osbourne, that would later to become infamous for doing strange things with bats on stage. The one thing I don't remember at all is who our commencement speaker was. So I suppose in time, by tonight, by tomorrow, or whatever, you're not going to remember me. So my mission today is to try to give you a few things I've learned over the years that you may actually remember, find useful, or at the very least, interesting. As I look into the sea of caps and gowns, I'm reminded of how much more we have in common with each other than we realize. This commonality transcends color, race, gender, religion, sexuality, and political affiliations. I see a group of young adults who have worked very hard and have obtained your goal, graduation. Yet even with this commonality, we must recognize and celebrate that we are all unique. We each have a voice and a purpose. As Mark Twain said, the two most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Each of us has our own why. It's up to you to find yours. You've invested in yourselves. Others have invested in you, financially, emotionally, time, kindness, love. Now it's time for you to capitalize on that investment. Continue to learn. Be open-minded. Don't trust everything you read, hear, or see. Even salt looks like sugar. Be inquisitive. Make up your own minds. Most of all, be tolerant by giving to every other human being every right you claim for yourself. Don't be that person who says, I've already made up my mind. Don't confuse me with the facts. Be thankful for what you know before it becomes what you forgot. Remember, a smart person knows what to say. A wise person knows when to say it. I learned that after 40 years of marriage, the hard way. Become an interesting person. Over the years, you've developed interest in various areas. Now take all of your interest and become an interesting person. What is an interesting person? You'll know what I mean when you meet an interesting person. Learn what is worse, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. By now you probably know. No matter how difficult discipline might be, it's nothing compared to the pain of regret. So don't waste your talent. Become more involved. Become committed. I was once in a diner and asked the cook the difference between involvement and commitment. And he says, if you order the ham and eggs, I'll tell you that the chicken was involved, but the pig was committed. Remember, water boils at 212 degrees. But think about this. At 211 degrees, you have very, very hot water. And it may take a lot to get there. But 1 degree more, and you have boiling water. Boiling water creates steam. Steam can heat your home, steam your gown, cook your vegetables, even drive a turbine to provide electricity. You all have a tremendous opportunity. Now it is up to each and every one of you to create your own outcomes. Identify problems, but give your power and energy to solutions. There's an old African proverb, if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Look in the mirror. When I was growing up, I would leave to go out, and my mom would say, "You going out like that? Go look at yourself in the mirror." And I would. And inevitably, I thought I looked okay, but I would change to make her happy. But over the years, I've taken her advice both literally and figuratively. Take a good look at yourself. Look at all of your accomplishments, all your goodness. Look at the effect you have on others, the love you give, the love you get. Be grateful for all you have and be happy with who you are. Remember, no matter how talented, educated, rich, or cool you think you are, it's how you treat people that ultimately tells all. So right now, you are all experiencing a lot of emotions. One is probably, when is this guy going to finish? But you're experiencing pride because you finally made it, fear because you don't know what's next, and everything else in between. Over the next few days, you'll hear from many people willing to share their advice. Listen, run with it, and do everything in your power to make your own mark with it. Many receive advice, but only the wise will profit from it. You've heard this a million times. Life's too short. Life's too short to be angry. Life's too short to be arrogant. Life's too short to be mean. Life's too short to not say, I love you. Life's too short to lose your sense of humor. So above all, make every day special, because it is. What counts can always be counted, but what can be counted doesn't always count. Finally, as you leave this stadium today, hold your head up high, be proud, have purpose, and remember, live life today, be confident about tomorrow.